Obi Wan Episode 3, what did I think? A couple of thoughts popped into my head. One, firstly, at the tail end of Episode 2, when Third Sister kills the Head Inquisitor, it's almost like you're holding me back. And it's like, oh, really? The man's holding the woman back again. We're going there, are we? Okay. Whatever. Anyway, that was a thought that popped into my head a little bit later. So in this one, as I predicted, Obi-Wan was going to light his lightsaber only in the encounter with Darth Vader, which is what he did. So that came to fruition. Of course, not exactly as I envisaged he would do it, but still he only lit it up when he was going to be facing Darth Vader. So there is that. Of course, he got all burnt and stuff. So I'd like to think, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So when they got rescued, kind of rescued. Oh, yeah, talking about the rescue. A female stormtrooper. I thought all the stormtroopers were clones at that point. So I was definitely hearing a female stormtrooper voice. But anyway, so regardless of that, stormtroopers dead everywhere. They're getting rescued by an undercover person in the Empire, taking to a machinery shop where there's a dumb robot, which I predict will be able to speak, and rescued. Now here I think we got a little bit of foreshadowing. I think there's two bits of foreshadowing. One was the homeless guy, the ex-501st, that Obi-Wan gave a little bit of money to. I think that's got to come in. It has to absolutely come in later. Otherwise, there's no point having that scene. It served no purpose otherwise, except to say that Obi-Wan was kind. Then we have the scene at the back of the machinery shop where he sees the inscription on the wall that says, "Close your eyes," or something like that. And I think that'll be how he will finally commune with Qui-Gon. Now, the thing that I hope we do not see is we've already established Vader said to him, "You're weak." So we understand Vader's very strong, and we saw that Vader was very strong, and we saw that Obi-Wan struggled to save Leia when she fell. So yes, we understand Obi-Wan is weak. I just hope that what we don't see is he communes with Qui-Gon, and then Qui-Gon lends him his strength, just like Rey was all the Jedi. Rey's all the Jedi. So Obi-Wan can be Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jedi. I'm just hoping we don't see that, because that's just a tool to justify why Rey could be all the Jedi in my head. Just no. So the other thing that bothered me a little bit was the third sister discovers the tunnel. Magically, she knows where it's going. They had a 15-minute head start. Magically, she knows where it's going. And she gets there first, somehow. So that's a little bit of an odd one. Now, of course, Leia's cottoned on to her being the wrong thing, so Leia's going to run away, but Leia's a little kid. She's not running away from anybody. They could easily catch her. And as we saw, Third Sister does have force powers, so she could easily just stop Leia and whatever. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to get out of this one. Now, of course, the other thing that bothered me a little bit was Darth Vader was able to choke Obi-Wan, set him on fire, push him back, all that sort of thing. But when the robot came to pick up Obi-Wan, and we do hope he picked up his lightsaber at the same time, Darth Vader just stood there looking at him as if to say, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. I can't overcome this robot." Even though he can pick up people and drag them out of a house and do all that sort of stuff just by the force, there's a robot over there and he can't do anything about it. That seemed a little bit strange to me. But I think we're going to find that there's probably something a little bit more special about that robot that we're not being let onto. So not a lot of action. More like an establishing hierarchy of things to come. That's what I felt this episode was. It's one of those mid-points where establishing that there are resistance people within the Empire that are willing to help, and they've existing Jedi have already been escaped out. So we did learn that as well. So that should come to fruition or play a part a little bit later on. We know that the guy the first guy that helped Obi-Wan escape with the magnets, he's still alive. The 501st guy's still alive. Obi-Wan will learn how to commune with Qui-Gon. That little toy that Leia has, I believe that's going to play a part in it later. And, well, third sister, will she get wiped out? If she does, it'll be by a woman. I don't think Obi-Wan would take her out, because we just can't have that in this day and age. But otherwise, this is what I call a middle-of-the-road episode, setting things up for hopefully bigger and better for the next 3 episodes.